Good morning, Embassy Muskin and Embassy Bordia, other dear colleagues. This is okay. Today my topic is China-Nepal cooperation against the COVID-19 in the context of pandemic in South Asia. There is 4 sections characteristics of South Asia epidemic and reason impact. Maybe I will first pay attention to these suggestions. And first is character we now compared to the other of world South Asia confirm a larger number of cases and the situation is more severe. You know, there is 4 South Asia country, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Nepal, ranked 14 top of 14 in the world. And the current core rate of the mortality rate in South Asia, except Afghanistan, is better than the global average. The epidemic trade in the South Asia country is very similar. You look at here, the most infection and deadly double and triple mutant strain appeared in the South Asia, and the younger age of patient base cases are reversed. The patients of the reopen up after the outbreak of the epidemic of South Asia. South Asia country have adapted multiple round of knockup. Some special placed the South Asia slums, prison, and military camps have become visible epicenter. The causes high pollution, disease, and the larger scale population. The opening of semi-open border and the loops in border management, the public health and the medical system, the Northeast right and insufficient vacations. And 4, 5 extreme weather made the epidemic prevention action in the South Asia worse, and the misleading of the spatial customs and habit of the South Asia countries. Fourth, therefore, the democracy has become a system defect in the management of epidemic prevention in South Asia. What impact first bring the long-term economic dilemma, as Ambassador mentioned. Second, exacerbated poverty and inequity and intensified deposit social conflicts, and strengthen the power of military and central authoritarian and weakened their fragile democracy. Political instability and even regime changing the national sovereignty and regional security and development issue, others economic exchanging between the China and South Asia affect the progress of the Belt and the Road in initiative in South Asia, like Professor Dai mentioned, the impact on global epidemic prevalent. Now we just take the suggestions. This is a strengthen Chinese-Nepal cooperation in the fight against the epidemic, promoted joint anti-epidemic action in South Asia and lead the development of the Trans-Himalaya regions. First, we think in the impact of the epidemic in South Asia and the world is huge and long-term, but what should we do in the face of the epidemic? First is China is obligatory duty to aided the South Asian countries. When the epidemic broke out, the 2020, all countries in South Asia assisted China. As we all know, until all of us are safe, none of us is safe. As the Chinese say, no, 最后不是。Okay. Yes. China, as the Chinese say, goes, no eagle can survive under the broken nest. China borders save South Asia country, of course. Chinese aid to developing country in South Asia should be different from other of the West. They might need free assistance. Second, Nepal has a unique role in Chinese assistance to South Asia. First of all, among the 5,000 kilometer border between China and South Asia, Nepal has 1,415 kilometers of the 312 passenger from Tibet to South Asia countries. 184 are needed to Nepal. There are 15 countries in Nepal bordering Chinese Tibet. And many of the North Nepal rural areas are closer to Chinese border ports than to their own counties. Close collectivities require both sides of strengthen cooperation in the fight against the epidemic. Second, among other neighbor countries, the Central Indian borders are hindering political factors and exchange between China and Afghanistan. Pakistan borders are restricted by the terrain and climate. China has not yet established diplomatic relation with Bhutan, and its impact of China is less than other of Nepal. Indeed, the carried epidemic in Nepal is severe, and the future retreat is even more uncontrollable. Chinese increasing in vacation assistance to Nepal will have immediately result. It will help South Asia to build confidence in the fighting against the epidemic and provide the model of other South Asia countries. Third, building the community with a shared future for human with the concept of symbiotic security as the cornerstone of the fighting against the epidemic. From the perspective of the origin and international interaction of the South Asia epidemic, it has brought new security challenges to South Asia and the traditional defensive and offensive model that focus solely on its own security is outdated, and the symbiotic security model that emphasizes security and multi-protection should be consensus. Then the Indian epidemic broke out. Chinese active assistance was rejected by India, which caused a great response among the Chinese people.
So of course, you have only 2 minutes, Prof.
Okay. have been visited by people with ulterior motives. At the same time, the outbreak of the second wave in India also was covered by the Chinese media, especially the social media copy with demonize India. This requires all countries to promote the building of a community with a share their future for making with the more tolerant attitude. Finally, further promote regional cooperation in South Asia, use the opportunity of the epidemic to reform the global governance system to strengthen regional cooperation to fighting the epidemic. However, the cooperation among the South Asia should not be used to resist the cooperation with neighbors countries of region, including Myanmar, China, Pakistan, Iran, and other South Asian neighbor countries. Incorporate the governance of the public health system into the integrated part of the government of non-traditional security cooperation between China and South Asia, to strengthen border electronic construction and epidemic information exchange between China and South Asia country and move to the Himalaya region cooperation. Thank you.